You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Sierra Leone. Today na Monday, and we will bring this edition of the Breakfast Show to you. Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mebel Kaba. It shows that the government of Salone improve on democracy and fight corruption and make sure that they invest in the people of Salone. What are the possibilities then for let all this happen throughout the years them where this particular grants go get for work for Salone? You're going to inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, this and plenty story them then at the program for you this morning. Remember, say yourself for the watch, we get the opportunity for send we you comment your thought on this particular topic or they look at this morning as Salone don't sign $480 million compact with the MCC for ensure say and transform the energy sector. But according to the press release we come out from the Millennium Challenge Corporation, now that this particular $480 million depend on certain things the way they highlight we get for do with Salone for strengthening peace and democracy and then for ensure say they invest in the cities in them and safe therefore ensure say they do all what's in the inside the peace and unity agreement and that of the tripartite. Well, this and other issues them we can discuss this morning how governments go meet all them criteria there so that they go able for implement the $480 million compact they don't sign with the MCC. All of that we go discuss inside the program this morning. Well, now the studio with we get a colleague journalist where a name na Ibrahim Al-Hussein Kamara and the managing editor for the Salone Compass. Good morning, Mr. Kamara, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Dija and Mabel, and good morning, viewers. I'm glad for the back today.
All right. When now we virtual link, we get the leader of the main opposition at Parliament, so in the All People's Congress APC party. As soon as know this particular MCC $480 million where the Salone government don't sign, then go for Kawitam na cabinet and self send na Parliament for let Parliament go look inside and ratify. Well, the All People's Congress APC party, if you not remember, they don't raise issues, but certain things they will get for do with the 2023 general elections will be lead to the agreement for peace and unity we born the tripartite committee we do the work and put together the report. Well, according to the press release we come out from the MCC, the tripartite report, now one of the things they will then tie with this MCC corporation, it depend pan. So waiting the opposition party na parliament get for do for ensure say all waiting they be done they raise issue for the factor and the term where this particular agreement go na parliament. Honorable Abdukagbo go explain to na inside the program later. Well, this and plenty stories them will get. Not gonna wait. Continue for day with we. In case you just tune in, make sure say you share the program so that more people go join the conversation. If you self get anything for do with this particular topic, you get your thoughts, you comment, send we in the comment section at any of the platform the way you watch we, or you can as well text we on the number +23274 200 545. Where they continue the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television.
All right, well, before we look at the main theme this morning, let me just quickly go to court. Usai magistrates, Mamako Sayo Kalon, don't send one man go to the male correctional center for 6 months because police allege say a thief will borrow. For more on this, let me join with court reporter Mariatu Sharif.
Magistrate Mamako Sayo Kalon, now the Freetown Magistrate Court number 7, don't sentence one Mohammed Nabe for going to the male correctional center for 6 months because it thief one will borrow wey cost about 3,000 new loans. When a property of one Abubakar Bangura, Mohammed Nabe be detained before the court on one count charge wey gets for do it lastly, contrary to section 2 of the Lastly Act of 1916. And according to police file na that, September 2nd this year, na Ekowa Street, na the western part na Freetown, the accused Mohammed Nabe been thief one wheelbarrow when a property of Abubakar Bangura. When the court be read and charged to the accused, he been plead guilty and be asked the magistrate for tempered justice with mercy. The accused not been get lawyer for representing a court pan this case. Due to the plea mitigation by the accused, Magistrate Kalon will sentence him to 6 months imprisonment na the male correctional center. For Liberty Online TV, me na Mariatu Sharif.
All right, so they continue the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television, where they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now we websites where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. If you're watching on YouTube and this now your first time where they watch, we want to say a very big welcome to you. And don't forget, as you come for can watch the breakfast show, now for subscribe to the YouTube channel and put your post notification bell on so that anytime where Liberty Online Television will come on with various programs, then you go get notifications say we don't come on. If na Facebook you watch we, don't forget to press the like button and also share the program na your timeline so that more people go be part of the conversation this morning and then go be part of the Liberty Online Television family, as these are the only digital platform where they get you correct information but all the things them where they happen at the country. Today we'll tell you so we can look at the $480 million grant where the Salone government don't sign with the MCC, and on the virtual call earlier, I'll tell us we'll get the leader for the main opposition party in our parliament, when Honorable Abdukagbo. Good morning, Honorable, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning, Khadija, and good morning, the people in the salon. I'm glad for being added this morning at the program.
All right, looking back to all the issues them where don't happen as an opposition party and that of the Sierra Leone government, rumors and counter rumors don't they come up say you as opposition leader and that of the Salone government initially una be want for go now Washington now the MCC headquarters with the chief minister for go lobby for this particular $480 million where finally the Salone government don't sign with the MCC for transform the energy sector. Firstly, as opposition leader in a parliament, how you feel about this news? Say Salone don't finally sign this MCC compact.
Well, as the leader of the opposition, we always don't make them very clear that we not against the betterment of Salone. We not against Salone, a proponent of development in the country. we not to opponents of development in the country. We don't make them very clear. But in as much as we want let good come na salon, we similarly want let good thing they happen na salon. Because the MCC, the factors the way the American government they look at before they award the MCC. One, now you democracy, how democratically, how tolerant you be, how you dey practice your democracy in a country, how you dey invest in your own people them, how you dey fight against corruption, how you dey run your economy. So every Sierra Leonean we want less alongo before for ensure say government practice good democratic processes. If government not dey practice good democratic processes, deliberately they go against processes and procedure, it means now the government self now they fight against the MCC. So as opposition leader, I want to make it very clear that we as opposition not be against the MCC. And also, let me make this addition. You remember say former President Kuroma being also get the MCC threshold. He be also get the MCC threshold from 2015. You will agree with me that the funding of MCC now 5 years it take. Then project then now 5 years it take. The one way President Kuroma during in time it been make like we get as a country the threshold. Now during President Julius Maada Bio in term, now them finish for implementer. In fact, then close them the 30th March 2021. Now then 30th March 2021. So it not mean say because now the term being we qualify as a country for the threshold. If government change, the government will succeed, no go continue for implement the threshold. Now that make we as opposition, they look at the picture. The implementing period now 5 years. Now 5 years. And one thing where MCC make very clear now that this grant way then the key, then get the tendency for stop them. If government do anything where they against the benchmarks where they don't state. When the benchmarks very clear, first, now for ensure say the country gets sustained commitment to advancing democracy. When I say sustained commitment, it not mean say because government don't sign the government for do any way processes, then can stop them. Also, the country for continue for combat corruption, and the country for continue for invest in people. Now, waiting clear, now that there are attendant in waiting MCC provide for Sierra Leone. It says Sierra Leone to continue to meet to the eligibility benchmarks. So meaning at any given point in time, we for meet to the eligibility benchmarks. We not for say because government don't sign them, even if government do something we not correct, still the MCC go be available to the country. So government self gets a moral obligation for make sure say them practice correct democratic processes if they elect country. If they elect this country, then for make sure they look at the rule of law. If they elect this country, because if government go default in any of the areas, then can withhold the MCC. It don't happen at the Gambia. It don't happen at the Gambia during Yaya Jammeh in term 2006. The country, because of the blatant sliding of democracy and good governance, they make sure that they suspend the MCC. There was decline in human rights. There was decline in freedom of expression. There was decline in the rule of law. CSOs then be intimidated. it come out clear now the Amnesty International report they've been do for Gambia. So because of them things then they suspend the MCC now the Gambia. So government get the moral obligation for ensure say if they elect this country and the act say then comply the benchmarks them with MCC.
So talking about them benchmarks here, Honorable Cabo, them benchmark here where you keep the repeats where the MCC make clear throughout the press statements where they make for sake of this particular grant, for say the government of Salon for ensure say they stick by them benchmark here throughout the lifespan of this particular grant. As an opposition, whose role unage for play for ensure say Salon not get any issues while implementing the grant?
But interestingly, we the opposition gets the moral obligation for all governments responsible and for ensure say government comply. In fact, additionally, what MCC say, they say apart from the benchmarks the way they give, they say include full underline the word full and expeditious implementation of the agreement of national unity and the joint recommendation of the tripartite committee. So meaning the joint recommendation of the tripartite agreement of national unity, na thing where government get for make sure say they implement the full implement in full. Not so. And let me to like example, one of the recommendations na the tripartite. Now for ensure say avoid the use of classified information, because any information we then get say this not classified, we know they expose them, we know they this. ECSL for be very transparent. Then for ensure everything we get for do with the elections, especially results, management for experience and for be in the public view. How they go implement in full this? Now after elections, then they see how then they manage the results. Now they then implement her in full. So basically, most of the recommendations were then at the joint recommendations of the tripartite, most of them get for do with before elections and after elections. So meaning this MCC compact get for extend even after elections for see say then get the full, underline the word, full and expeditious implementation of the agreement of national unity and the joint recommendation. So the joint recommendation, they not say partial. The agreement of national unity, they not say partial. So it has to be the full implementation of both the agreement of national unity, joint recommendation. And it also go further, say cooperation between APC and SLPP on adopting recommended electoral and institutional reforms and achieving justice and accountability and electoral justice and accountability. Now, all of the recommendations, the joint recommendations them of the tripartite committee, they get for ensure say they carry them a parliament. The one that we get for do with the constitution, we go amend that. The one that we get for do also with the Public Elections Act, we for also amend that. Now that MCC emphatically say cooperation between APC and SLPP on adopting recommended electoral and constitutional reforms. So then they get for be a benchmark for let MCC say yes, law we go ahead as a country. And also achieving justice. You know, say due cause of elections, there were so much elections, then burn some people their houses them, then beat some people them, then chase some people them. Some people then forfeit beaucoup of them property them during elections. So MCC they say what happened, the violence what happened in the 2023 elections, where up till now You know, anybody don't be brought to book. Then justice for prevail. Justice for prevail as a country. So we as opposition, like when we don't say, it don't happen during we term. During APC term, we get the threshold of MCC. And the threshold of MCC then begin implement them from 2015, then done for implement them under this government. Now on the 30th March 2021. So it's highly likely because most of the recommendations then are during elections and are after elections. So it's highly likely say most of waiting we for achieve in this package therefore be done after elections. After then don't be fully convinced, say we country comply fully with the benchmarks them we them provide. So we as opposition, like we are say, we always want the best for this country. So we get for open we eye and we get for make sure say we monitor government strictly for let them adhere to the terms and conditions of the MCC. Because we don't want let the MCC let them take her away. Because it is crystal clear that we shall constitute the government. And let also this government finish for implement the threshold where an like government may get in the MCC are sure very convinced. Say now, so we say get for finish for implement this.
Work with government so that they go meet the eligibility clause them where they were tied to the MCC compact when a 480 million United States dollar where the Salone government don't sign with the MCC for transform the energy sector. But this particular money, the MCC time to some certain things them we get for do with the full implementation of the agreement on national peace and unity, the tripartite committee report, and then say them for invest on the life of citizens them and other things that we get for do with the elections. All of that the MCC say now in this money depend power. Well, that's not be Honorable Abdukagbo. We still get another program. We'll go join us shortly. But today come now to other studio guests. When are the managing editor for the Salone Compass newspaper, a name na Alusain Ibrahim Kamara. Himself na a journalist. They don't follow this entire MCC compact from the term where the Salone government through the office of the vice president and they lead the process for put together the compact, and up till this stage where finally Salone don't sign the $480 million MCC compact for transform the energy sector. Mr. Kamara, don't listen to the opposition leader in the parliament. It should say they all day together and then committed for work with the Salone government for ensure say they meet all them benchmark there with this money tied down to. But now looking from a journalistic perspective, signing the 480 million to transform the energy sector when for the people of Sierra Leone. With all of these we tie down as clause them for let the implementation fully begin. Now we look at the commitment from the Salone government. You think say achievable?
Okay, thank you very much. For me, before I come to the question, I think what we need for know as Sierra Leoneans, the energy sector, not to today, money they don't begin come for that sector there. I think over the last 6 years, it's over $500 million we don't go into the sector. But till date, we not able to foresee the kind of improvement we talk. So getting another 480 million, even if it were to come immediately, we look at the implementation. The money can come, how that money will impact the sector itself. Now, I just want to give a background on waiting don't happen at the energy sector. Like we get in 2018 when the SLP came, you get 105 megawatts nationwide we BD electricity, while inside the 15% you get 2.5 in a rural areas them get electricity. So many money, like where the honorable they talk just now. In 2015, Salone we get the threshold we now $44.4 million like, for the energy sector. And in 2018 also, the government puts $15.6 million part of the budget, the 2018 budget, then put $15.6 million all now for just improve the energy sector. And inside again, the ADB and DFID, they also put money on $43.7 million for just the energy sector, for improve the transmission. Don't go in the energy sector for the last 6 years. But today we get the same problem. In fact, even if they're not worsening, in fact. So for me, the MCCS now a good thing for we Sierra Leoneans. We can feel now some kind good news. The problem when we get now the implementation, the money can come, how the money they go. Waiting and waiting then they do with the money. Now the problem. So for me, I think like the opposition say, this now a joint effort for all Sierra Leoneans. We the journalists, the opposition, and even the government, we all get a role for playing this. For let the money come down at 1, 2, and also for let ensure say this money actually they use them for the purpose for which they give it for.
What you make up of the fact, say, in as much as the government of Sierra Leone signed the grants, but the grants they come, the United States through this MCC, they indicate and they clearly say throughout the lifespan of these particular grants, therefore ensure say they benchmark them when entitled to the grants, they're able for implement.
It's not go easy for how we achieve then kind benchmarks today, especially when we talk of fighting corruption, improving on democracy. I think a whole lot of issues don't happen since 2018. We actually question the country's commitment to democracy and also the fight against corruption. I think corruption, when we talk about fight against corruption, it will be like we got the laws in Sierra Leone, and the laws not for be for a certain sect. We for ensure say everybody will commit a crime, especially when you talk of corruption, anybody will then accused of corruption, the law actually taking course. But let not be say corruption fights only limited to certain set of people. We don't see now this country where some man inside the government, they accuse them of corruption, and in fact, some of them we are found guilty of corruption and nothing not happen, no action not be taken. And we see the zeal way the government be get when they come in 2018 for go after the opposition, especially then we use the Auditor General and reports them for go after the opposition. And we find out say when all of those reports they don't exhaust them, we find out that the fight against corruption don't die down. We see say government officials then they accuse them of corruption. Sometimes now the ACC says they turn defenders. So for me, I think that is the problem we are having. The government in commitment to fighting corruption, I think we can forget problems with that. For the agreement for national unity, I think then go able for implement them. But the other areas where you talk of democracy, you talk of corruption, I think that they are the biggest problems where maybe we're not going to achieve their benchmarks today.
Why do you believe say the agreement for national unity, the both parties that were able to stick to it in the day, where we all know the stage where they end up an implementation, and it don't seem to because certainty the way we don't host both parties now, they're not really able to let the people of Sierra Leone know if it's possible for let happen. One gets for do it. The specific area now the agreement we talk say the former president Kurma, the sitting president and the past vice president, all for the in peace. But we all know what's not the current situation. Why you believe they're going to fall back now?
Well, I think for me, not a team we not we will achieve. I think it's left with the individuals, it's left with the government and also the opposition. Like the leader of the opposition, but they talk just now. They as opposition, they say they're ready to work with the government, and it is also left with the government for the CCA. They come together afterwards. When then they felt now we the people they suffer. We don't. For me, it is time them put aside the individual differences. They come together for for the betterment of the country. All of them fight in all the benefits we. I think it is time let them come together. And I'm not saying I think we not possible for that happen. It will happen. It depends on the egos for the country. So for me, not to think we not possible for what we achieve. We can achieve them. They can able for come together as one. Well, like, the area of concern now the democratic side and that of corruption, because for if you check the records, you will see say recently the fight against corruption don't die down, and we see so many corruption that take place. And when we talk of also corruption, we also get to look at accountability. We see inside Sierra Leone way the Auditor General here in deputy they remove them because they expose corruption at the office of the president. So it is because we know when we talk about fighting corruption, we in our one green side we focus on the opposition. And now when they don't have the opposition to fight, you see say.
But the SCC will say internationally they are highly placed.
But for me, this has all been possible. It has been made possible by propaganda. Now propaganda all about even this MCC, even when you look at the democratic credentials of this government, you find out say for all this stage itself, all has to do with propaganda. We don't know this country the president hire foreign firms just for portray the government outside in the outside world.
So the message we reach to the MCC we make Sierra Leone as a country we become eligible. Say we sign the fund, get an $80 million. You want say na propaganda they use for make them way and become eligible?
Definitely. So
what's in the evidence?
It's not secret.
What's in the evidence?
Before we reach to this stage, then we hire one PR firm where we all know. Then we hire one PR firm for just portray the image of the government out in the outside world as being good. But because they're not able for achieve that goal, then change. Recently, then change PR and that PR firm. I think that they're able for lead me to this stage.
But any government entitled for get a lobbyist, even definitely. International governments then can hire a lobbyist them for make their way through.
That is what I'm saying. So the stage of this one are all for me. I believe saying that propaganda make could reach this stage. But what is happening on the ground? If you look at not to secret, what they happen like that. We don't see so many things that we. First of all, they are against democracy. We don't see this corruption fight like I say. What did happen at Salon? It is the fights since the opposition no longer being at the scene for fights, the corruption don't die down. At the few instances, you get the case of the clerk of parliament. The SCC in the press release clearly say the man corrupt, but no action. You get so many instances. We get the former director general at SLBC. Instead matter come up, the SCC investigate. Waiting them better than advise them for let them transfer the man. You get commercial bank. They don't matter as every day where the MD they say the flout procurement, and then talk for them now the new word for ACC because the investigation not reach the prosecutorial threshold. So all of these things you see say that na things them against corruption. The fight against corruption don't die down because we not get again the opposition for run after. The ACC already look at them small petty offences. The one that really commits the small corruption. Now then you see them they make noise about. But the major corruption, the bigger ones where they commit corruption, then they go scot-free. But even the issue of the Auditor General, the former Auditor General. Now the reports say the State House presents fake receipts. Until then, nobody were responsible for the receipts. The only person where they go after and the one where expose the act. So they see all of these things they militate against we. And for me, I think that the area that we get forget problem when it comes to this MCC.
All right, continue for the with the program. In name na Ibrahim Alusain Kamara, in the managing editor for the Compass newspaper. With this morning we discuss the $480 million wey Salone government on sign with the MCC for transform the energy sector. But according to the press release we come out from the MCC, this particular money depend on certain things them where they want let the government of Salone work on. One, it gets for do with the fight against corruption, strengthening democracy, and also peace and security, and serve the full implementation of the agreement on peace and unity and that of the tripartite recommendation them. According to the press release we come out na the MCC, now then certain clause there so this particular money tied to, and they want for let government improve the lives of the citizens them where now the ordinary Salone people we suppose for benefits from this couple. We get with the managing editor for the Compass newspaper and also the opposition leader in parliament when Honorable Abdul Kago. They go over again to Honorable Abdul Kago. Honorable, welcome back to the breakfast show. Earlier you be don't explain to we all the clause them where this money tied down to, and where you watch waiting the MCC say this money supposed for benefit and improve the lives of the citizens them. How una the politician them, una the opposition and that of government when sure say una collaborate for implement the recommendation of the tripartite report and self things that still left now the agreement of national peace and unity where una supposed for work together. One we get for do with releasing political prisoner them when are they all this implementation don't stall. How una the opposition go call on governments now una implement some of them things they are so where this money tied to so that the lives of the ordinary citizens go be improved.
Well, you go at me say the opposition don't do their level best for comply with the options in the national unity. Oral obligation for the opposition don't comply. But come to think of it, you get for ask whether government will for government for comply the resolution in the agreement of national unity. Yeah. Up till now, the people with their own elections, people with their own for elections related cases before election, they no release dates. Political motivated cases them, no one know the way they don't touch. Up to nominations of officials them from the opposition, they not get. So you dey see a whole sum as if government is very unwilling for implement the resolution of the agreement for national unity. And it very now that make I want join me brother. We clearly say, waiting they happen at the ground is quite different from waiting international partners then they get. And then a result of lobbying where they go and paint a fine picture of a country. But come to think of it, waiting the Amnesty International report human rights abuses. Look at waiting the human rights report from the State Department about human rights abuses alone. So a lot has to be done by government. Government get for make sure say they put the people of the country at the center of any decision where they make, and any decision. Say we are opposition, not to stop government. We go always government. We always hold government very responsible, and we not go renege responsibility as opposition. Of course, we willingness for make sure say we cooperate with SME for adopt the recommendations for electoral and constitutional reforms. That we say the joint recommendations as
Honorable, If you say the government reluctant for implement some of the things that have been signed so that the agreements for peace and national unity. Now, what you need to foresee in terms of this MCC grants, because this is now one of the things them where the MCC strongly indicates say the two party them for ensure say una implement what una be done sign to. So if you see say government reluctant, what's next for happen for this grant?
Again, it clearly said that's meant for them, not to because government don't say we country don't talk about eligibility benchmarks of the national unit. So meaning all waiting SFPP be signed.
Trouble with your internet connection, your voice they coming broken.
Then for
Honorable, your voice they coming broken. I don't know if you want for change location, maybe we'll get a better reception for Musa Uday.
so
with the stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now we websites where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. While this now for lay we view at the no say, we try for reach on to the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, we then at the official mouthpiece of the government. But instead they wait for the one day we go na the MCC sign in for come back and go brief them properly before then begin talk to the media. Hopefully inside this week we will get somebody from government we can tell we how they plan for implement some of them things there, so where the MCC money tied down to, as the MCC now the official press release and say this money depend on certain things them we get for do with fighting corruption, strengthening democracy and peace, security, and also for ensure say both parties, when are the opposition and the government, they fully implement the agreement for national peace and unity. And that of the recommendation that we come out from the tripartite committee. Then we continue with the breakfast show and we'll go back to Honorable Abukabo and see if we don't get a better reception from him. Welcome back, Honorable. Honorable Abukabo, the
That these particular grants with the government of Sierra Leone don't sign on behalf of the people of Salon and together with the United States. We get Honorable Abukabo on the line now. Good morning again and welcome back.
yes,
So we still discuss about the possibilities then, where you look at the benchmarks then, where the MCC grants they come with, and they indicate and clearly say throughout the lifespan of these grants, the government of Sierra Leone for ensure to then benchmark them and then stick to them. And you will explain the possibilities then, especially when it comes to the area we get for do with the agreements for national unity where UNA and government will sign. What are the possibilities then at this area?
yes, government forget the willingness. Get forget the interest of the country at heart. How government they get the interest of the country at heart now for ensure say government implements the of for national unity and the letter for the recommendations the tripartite committee. I don't give una illustrative examples of things that we government able do, we government for don't do long time, but government reluctantly not able to do them. They not do them, and that not the show willingness of government for achieve the continuous the for able achieve the content and letter of the one of the things that we up to now held by government, they have not been released. Up to court politically motivated cases are still in the court. Up till now, government not make effort for make sure say then get rid of them. And up till now, enumerations of officials have not yet been paid as agreed in the agreement of national unity. So things then the way government will do, just in the twinkle of an eye, government did one. But government left opposition for do, always opposition for do. You see? And MCC don't strictly state and say the full implementation. So government does not have any excuse not for go by the full implementation of the agreement of national unity. Now government means sign them. Government the agreement for national. So every detail for the accomplished by government for be implemented by government and position go ready for call government out in cases them where government no will for implement letter of the agreement of national unity and implementation of the tripartite recommendations. We don't make them very, very clear that the MCC now for Salone and the MCC the execution period now 5 years. I don't give an illustrative example. The threshold, the threshold way President Koma gets in 20, then done for implement project in 2020 of government, MCC they continue with our countries them. So now that make we the opposition who are very sure of taking up governance, they encourage government for make sure they then do their own part of the agreement for national unity and also recommendations from the tripartite committee, not for deprive Sierra Leone benefiting from this huge sum weight sector of the country.
Think about the benchmark when they talk about the fight against corruption. You see them achievable?
Yeah, all agree with me. I even state this now the press conference so we get. Government against the opposition. So anybody where na opposition, na in there be the go for corrupt cases, make sure and you go CID, make sure you go na court. Even as I speak, so we know we 2023 flag bearer up till now we get so we get for ask ourselves the question: if nobody now this government not ever don't commit crime, senior officials, on all day we see the Chinese guests where they've been carried, we lost. The Chinese guests not ever appear. But at the court free, we all there we report. We not see them the old end the account. So ACC get for step up for ensure say we get this MCC. Get that in the sense because I don't say MCC now a continuous process. During the lifespan of the compact, we get for ensure say we meet up to the benchmark, the eligibility benchmark. So not to number you don't get like results where you don't pass, you say left for study. No, it has to be continuous. So ACC get for ensure that they call to book corrupt officials of this current government. Corrupt officials the audit report and call them to book. This is for our country. This is for the betterment of Sierra Leone. MCC no one know whose government in a power, because even if government change, MCC still they continue with them project, just as they do. Where former President Anes Baikoma come out in power, where President Julius Mada Biokam, they still continue. They fund the programs of the MCC. So we want this opportunity for talk to ACC, for talk to government, that they have to put the interest of this country at heart and then get for ensure say then fight corruption genuinely. Because the fight against corruption, we're not the area again. So government gets an onus for ensure say they not deprive this country from this MCC where we don't sign.
So it clearly shows say things them not they work right now the country between the opposition and that of the government. Why allegations of una, especially you MP in a parliament, joining the Salone government for go lobby for get the MCC? We see pictures of people like Honorable Mohamed Bangura, where they're part of the government delegation. Even you, at some point, rumor come out say you supposed for the part of the delegation to Washington, but because of other compelling ECOWAS arrangements, we make you then at Togo so now. Why all of them things stay away? Don't say no, they happen right. Una join the government for go lobby for this money.
I'm very clear. I not ever intend for join government for go for MCC. In fact, I get 4 US visa we all don't expire. I not even get current visa for go America. I not even get current visa. So it was not even in my plan to go to America. It was not even in my plan. So anybody will tell you say Honorable Abdul Kabo no go America because of ECOWAS, na a blatant liar. I no go America where I no get visa for go America. Only for expire. So I therefore go for a current visa for la able to travel go America. So all and then are bloggers them where the party don't they listen to, where people and don't they listen to. Now then they come with informations the way it's not correct. Of course, for Honorable Mohamed Bangura, we now all know say he under suspension from the party. So even we, the leadership of the current opposition at parliament, invitation on them based on in suspension with that. So, but for assure you, I go assure you as the leader of the opposition that out of the 52 members of parliament, where they in correct standing with the party, nobody not join government delegation for go for MCC. Because we similarly compared and we feel say government need for do more for ensure say we adhere to democratic tendencies, we adhere to combating corruption, we adhere to investing in our people. Government need for do more. We say government do much. We're not convinced. We not. So now that make we the government need for keep up to agreement of national unity. Up till now, we people still na say. Less of the fact say government don't agree say yes, then they say whose opposition MP for join government for go for MCC where you people still na say. Whose opposition MP for join government for go for MCC where you people still get politically motivated court. Opposition MP for government for go MCC where you
say no opposition member. As you declare the air for say no opposition member not join government for go lobby for this MCC money. Any government official ever approach una for this same cause? Any government official ever approach una for this same cause?
Not so. Yes. One thing I want to make very clear. Now that not today. Now from last year. David Senge approach we, especially me, say we for join them for go see Congress for the MCC. But again, you get for ask yourself the question: are these guys willing for listen to the cries of the opposition? My answer is no. SFPP not respect the opposition. SFPP not willing for listen to the opposition. What if they take this government for free prisoners them, where they all during and after election? What if they take them? Whose army they cause the government? Whose army they cause this government here for pull politically motivated cases them? Now here we see David Senge go pay boku money na pigeon for criminals them. He pay money for let them pull, say because they get for pay fine. But they're not able to pull opposition people where they don't arrest all this while. They're not able to pull them. See how wicked these people are. See how wicked and unwilling them people they are be. So opposition no go ready for join them by anything if they does not respect the views of the opposition.
As the opposition leader in parliament, initially when this information become out, the information when Meet Liberty Online TV was that You been ready for go because you say opposition not just there for oppose, but for join government party one I believe say good. According to the information where we get now, when you party the APC, they put their foot down, say you know they go make you know, but you are willing as an individual for join government at that time for go lobby. How true this be?
No. Let me make this point. People get voice of the opposition. And also, we may get in the party, we also feel say, you're not for good day. Because then people comply to the dictates and it's of the agreement of national unity. So the views of the party was divided. So I have to exercise my discretion and cancel the trip.
Continue for look at how una go work with the government of Sierra Leone for ensure say una meet the benchmark them way the $480 million depend on for less Salone begin for implement this particular grant way now for the people of Sierra Leone for improves their lives them through the energy transformation where this money supposed for gone. And una self as opposition get a role for play. That now the opposition leader in the parliament, Honorable Abdul one for apologize for the bad internet connection or they experienced this morning with internet provider them AFCOM. Currently they work on for restore a proper internet so that we will continue with we live programs them throughout the Dana Liberty online television. We still get Ibrahim Alusain Kamara, the managing editor for the Salone Compass. Listening to the opposition leader in the parliament, it clearly shows say there are issues between the government and that of the opposition, and waiting the international partners and Godoyeri or see based on their assessment, not to the reality on ground. At this point, outside the people stand when are they supposed for benefit from this 480 million? It clearly shows say the country desperately need them because we all know how the energy sector they at this point.
First of all, the people are always on the receiving end, not to today. Government after government, the people have always been on the receiving end. Like I say just now, this is not the first time we get money they come out the energy sector. Like I say, the last 6 years we don't get over $500 million. They don't invest in the energy sector, but we don't see the improvements. And till today, the blackout they persist. In fact, I would say this year are the worst. We don't see blackout. Even middle of the rains, in the middle of the rainy season, we get persistent blackout. Apart from all of the money they don't invest, I want to say we get this one arrangement with our car power ship. The car power ship with our emergency electricity supply, follow the get now free toll. The money what they pay under, but that will be for me own personal publication. But when they pay money na car power ship, in fact not to the energy we they consume. So I tell you say we the people are always on the suffer in this country when it comes to money them. Even this 480 million we MCC don't give we now. I tell you just now say even if the money for don't come right now, the implementation always now the problem with Sierra Leone. We get all the money. People, international partners, they bring money always. Then they invest in the sectors there. But the impact on the people is not visible.
So it's possible for this particular money and be the turnaround for the energy sector in Salone because the way how the money they come, according to it we learn, and not for come directly to the government of Salone, they go for the release and as and when necessary, and a team get for the way they work closely with Sierra Leone and Zenaya so for ensure it's implemented. You see them as a turnaround at the energy sector for Salone?
I think that are the hope of all of us as Sierra Leoneans for that will be a turnaround. But like I say, this is not the first time we are getting money for energy. And I feel say the energy sector don't get more money past almost all other sectors in the country. But it has always been the implementation. All of them money the way I don't highlight just not tell you so we don't receive in the energy sector. It don't necessarily mean saying that it become directly in the government of Sierra Leone. You have agencies where they implement them projects and their investment in the energy sector. But till now, they reflect the people, they reflect on the people. And I always don't say Sierra Leone, now the people are always in at the receiving end. The politicians or those in governance not care about what they go through. As far as they are concerned, as long as their own selves and their immediate family, okay, they don't care about what the people feel or what the people they go through. This now one example I can give you. Now, for example, if they take light, if there is a problem with light, they find out say then they give us state lodge. Before then, even hospitals, if they get hospitals now, yeah, people that don't die, we get statistics of over 50 people that don't die as a result of blackout in hospital. So, so this is what I'm saying. The people always don't end at the losing side. Now we always the loss. Even if this money for camp tomorrow, safe, the problem is the implementation. So I think this time around, we plead to the politicians or to those who they're in charge for at least let them put the people first or let them put the country first. Let people actually see the benefit of this money.
Alright, Ibrahim Al-Hussein Kamara, continue for the meeting at the studio. We'll come back to you. You still watch the Breakfast Liberty online television. And remember to yourself when they watch, you can drop your message at the comment section at the different platforms they must say they get with this morning. Or send them to +232 74 200 545. We will continue with the Breakfast show and another time for we look at the series where we can bring come every week to you so we can go to different markets, look at different things them there for sale and how people them they access them here. Today we decide with team go waka na the Kutorol market usale go fenot for the price for Ogiri. Then we join with reporter winner David Yang MCC as he and the team bingo waka.
Today, Liberty Online Television bring the mic to the people, especially people who market too many they sell at the coast or the markets. For them tell you some of the challenges and the constraints where they get for selling local products already produced in the country. And inside this edition of the market series, today particularly we look at Ogiri because Ogiri now one of the things that they produce now the country. And of course, a lot of people don't get concerned say things that we produce and the plant at this country very expensive. Well, on this basis, make we can work on the Kusauru market. For look at talk to market, especially where they sell Ogiri, they can tell you what are the concern and the constraint where they get for selling the market, especially Ogiri today.
They buy the cup 12,000.
Okay.
So you shook up. You beat a boiler. Okay. Buy coal because now coal we dey boil it. Buy coal, the maker, set up. Buy plastic, tire.
So when you don't do all of those things, how you can sell it?
5,000
for the board?
Yes.
Okay. So the one that we can buy to you, what is some of the complaint that we can raise?
If they can go money, they say dear, but who back who they buy, we can tell us say make them be not so weak. It depends by the buy who they buy. One government help we parenting and this because back they suffer, it's not funny. We go picking there, then go school. Now we mean a single parent, and they pay us rent. Again, me going picking there, again me picking there. Medical business. So not so better profit would they get it. See, so if you go make a help we now panande, go back go gladly.
The Benny, the cup now 12,000. That's all they buy. The bag for now at 4 million. The bag, they buy the cup 12,000. Walk out, wash and fire boiler. All boiler way dry. We put on a banda. We smoke and I make it the brown.
So after all the process, I don't turn Ogiri. How I can sell it? How I can border?
The border 5,000. Okay. 5,000. Because you know, we don't wash side the small. We don't pull all the dirty inside the small. I make the border 5,000.
So the one that we can buy to now, they can get any concern, they can complain.
I can complain, but we save now at the buy. And they complain, and they call for 2,000 Ogiri, 1,000 Ogiri. I don't go sell 2,000 Ogiri, 1,000. We don't go back get small thing, we energy no waste. We dey straight for was Benny had to was. You waste, but no you the filler. I make we put at 5,000. You know, government look inside it because don't they complain, we know they see it, we know they see tail. Now we better say the pepper we don't can down smooth. But still let it put hand for we. Now the papa. Anyhow, now the papa, let it put hand for we, let the thing can down. Because like we will not get, if we not sell, we not get, so we not single parent, we get picking away in the college. But then market and how they get. So they find it difficult for we life. People give loan, pay college money, not easy for we all. And only God and the help you. So let Papa President Julius Madabio, let watch inside say we dey suffer at the country. We dey suffer too much. So they are like watch inside. Now the Papa for we not know how they cry. God and him, now God don't put before today. So if I watch for we not get.
Well, the Benny, that's 3,600,000 for the bag. You want go one bag, 3,600,000. So then they sell 12,000 for cup. But like we now, one bag 3,600,000, 12,000 for cup. And we not be the band that price there. Well, some man they complain say the 5,000 ball is small. And which of course we serve, Benny working not easy for make OBU. You can now the cold bed where they take for well the Benny. Now 10,000 for packet. You like you buy 50,000. You know they do for bell Benny. You see, so it's not easy. So they bought at 5,000. The buyer and the grumble say it's small, but we serve the fed for low pool money commodity. They beg Papa government because like Benny and they order them. Now yeah, Benny they come out, then they go na then Luma, then they buy Benny upline, then they buy Benny now Luma yeah. So all thing the Benny price is for calm down because not to order than the order Benny. But now we serve the kilo safe now yeah.
Viewers and listeners, this now some of the concerns and the challenges where market women the way they sell at the Prince of World market don't raise inside the Liberty Market series, also they call on the government and all other stakeholders that we involved for ensure say they do the needful because if you remember, His Excellency the President they promised the people of Feed Salon when are one of the priority areas, and this not the concern that we don't get us so far. Also people that they expect the government and all other body are responsible for ensure say they come to the aid and do the needful for put down the price of local things that we produce in the country. This na Liberty Online Television. Continue for following the home of all credible, factual and balanced news, and the main na David Yankee Sisiri report.
Alright, welcome back. It's still the Work Fashion at Liberty Online TV, and send your message to the number +232 74 200 545 or send on the comment section at different platforms that inside the Liberty Online TV this morning. We still continue with the conversation. We get for do with the benchmark them where the MCC tied to the grant where $480 million where government of Salon signed for can improve on the energy sector, and on the line we get the leader for the opposition at Parliament when Honorable Abdul Kagbo they talk about waiting at the possibilities them for ensure say the government of Salon stick to the benchmark then where the MCC say then suppose for ensure say they happen throughout the lifespan of the program. And we go back on the line and get Honorable Abdul Kagbo as we continue with the conversation we get for do with the benchmark. Then maybe don't make mention of the one we get for do with the fight against corruption press statement where the MCC been pulled. And one other area we get for do with improving on the country in democracy. Honorable Abdul Kagbo, as an opposition leader in Parliament, what do you think say as a team they on their way now they come back na Salon? What do you think say need for be done in terms of improving on the country in democracy when at one area than the way the MCC monitor to? What do you think say need for be done immediately?
Firstly, even during elections, processes and procedures need to be observed. During census, they don't say they count people them all over the country and not inflate any figures. And as opposition, we go ensure say we monitor the process and we know they take what we take in the previous. It's not possible. We as opposition not they take what happened in the previous census. I'll make this very clear to government. Let government know say we know they take. And also during the registration of voters, we see say a good number of people who are eligible just because of the region the way they come out, they not allow them. for register as new voters. Now that make it feel say na government stronghold. Now they no more than get new voters them. We boku, we mark, we at the end of the day, you overmark. Then also, during you find out even in the past elections, they remove over 250,000 names, from the register. All this, they're not democratic processes, not to democratic processes. You see, so we as opposition, therefore, ensure strictly say all the things that will happen 2023 elections not ever repeat itself again. Not ever repeat itself again. We get the owners for do everything humanly possible for all the government responsible. Like, I don't give you illustrative example. Say there was a point in time where they suspend Gambia from the Millennium Challenge account, where just because they decline in human rights, American in freedom of expression, of law, even on democracy. So we say again for ensure as opposition, say we raise the necessary concerns them, we government to government for ensure say they not just do what happened in the previous elections.
Come back from Washington inside this week, and this particular MCC grant get for go through cabinet, and at some point you get for meet to na parliament. How you go ensure say all of these issues where you don't raise so una try for put up before government say before una give the commitment na ABC and the need for be done. Government go willing for listening to us as an opposition.
Well, again, I don't several occasions they take opposition serious. But again, with the opposition, now we get the responsibility government take we serious. So we go ensure say government take we serious. Of course, we commitment to the joint recommendations very clear. We press on unequivocally on several commitments to the joint recommendation. We don't make them very clear say if the US embassy be meet with me as the leader of the US ambassador in team, may meet with me as the leader of the opposition, with the leader of government business, and ask we about preparedness for make sure say we amend either the constitution or any other law for ensure say we incorporate recommendations of the tripartite committee. We don't assure and say the tripartite committee constitutes of SLPP, EPC, and the international partners. So whatsoever the three parties don't agree on, it not going to be problem for how we implement in the parliament. So we say now that we are very willing for ensure say we implement the recommendations of the tripartite committee, but we not going to take again for let government take the opposition for granted, for let government just they do anything to the opposition, for let government just feel say the opposition can get time for a ride. We not going to do it. Even this census, we are going to monitor it. We are going to monitor it. We are going to fully participate.
Honorable Cabo.
At the census.
Honorable Cabo, you don't emphasize on this particular statement, say, una as an opposition, una not go great let government take una for granted, una ready for stand up to the government of Sierra Leone, let them do the right things them. One go they wonder, waiting really again, una go do different, una don't walk out of parliament, una don't boycott several government events them, una at some point, una not participate in governance. One go they wonder waiting really different again where una go do as opposition for sure government say una not ready for stand up to some of the issues the way una not comfortable with anymore.
You with MCC they talk about democratic the rule of law. And under democratic dispensation, I don't make this statement right inside parliament. Under democratic statement, national protest is not a crime. So if the opposition sees a government, they do things then for deliberately hamper the progress of the opposition or for take advantage of the opposition get plenty alternatives, including a national protest.
calling for a national protest, Honorable?
Say again.
I say, is that possible? People for look up to say it go reach to a point where una party, the main opposition, go call for a national protest.
Why you they doubt the party? You no need for doubt the party, because we don't totally agree for work with the terms and conditions of the agreements for national unity. We don't totally agree for work with the terms and conditions and recommendations of the committee, of the tripartite committee. And we as opposition, if we say no more waiting government want, waiting government say, now no more we dey go by, we not fit for be opposition. We not fit for be opposition. We not fit for be opposition. We forget we view outside. We feel say government don't do something wrong. We for able meet them and talk to them and dialogue with them. In an event, we exhaust dialogue. We do everything government not listen. They are feel say protest not to a crime under a democratic dispensation.
To the citizen them, we supposed for be beneficiary of this $480 million MCC grant. And the MCC state, and they clearly say the people, the citizen of Sierra Leone for benefits. We all know how challenging the energy sector they now. We know how the citizen they suffer for get 24 hours light. How you go assure them say as an opposition, we are still open and willing for work with the government for meet all the benchmarks them for let the implementation start.
We will provide a robust monitoring. We will provide a robust monitoring mechanism for ensure say the intent of the MCC be achieved. As opposition, we hold on to we people them. Opposition, we hold on to we one and only country, we na Sierra Leone. So we want make them plenty clear. We want make them clear plenty time. Say we the opposition go ensure say the reason for which the MCC money then give government, we go be a pressure group to government for let we able achieve, for let we able achievements of the MCC. Any okay, opposition no go set much, we go talk as well.
Opposition at Parliament, as they talk about the opposition and opposition regarding the grants where government of Salon signed with the MCC this PNTM who signed a 480 million grants where they come for improve on the energy sector. Well, that's how the opposition leader in Parliament, and we still get between at the studio this morning. A colleague journalist, Ibrahim Al-Hussein Kamara, managing editor for the Salon Compass newspaper there this morning, where they discuss the benchmark them where the MCC tied with this particular money. And Al-Hussein, as we continue the conversation, we don't hear you from the opposition leader in Parliament, when our Honorable Abdul Kabo, instead the opposition will play their own role for ensure say Salon miss this particular money, and also it will ensure say as an opposition leader, them opposition party, then puts them foot down to government for ensuring then they come back na Salon after they don't sign this particular grant. What are the expectations where the people forget coming with this particular news back to Salon, but there are benchmarks where governments for ensure so they keep to?
I think we own expectation as citizens because when you look at this MCC, the bulk of the owners they on the government for we able to achieve this. Forget the money. Like the leader of the opposition, when they talk, then as opposition, they don't ready. Then don't show them commitment, say them will do waiting the agreement say. So the bulk of the responsibility they now on the government for they ensure say they do waiting they in the agreement. And also outside the agreements and do the things the way the MCC money tied to. One of which when our democracy for strengthening democracy, like the leader be the talk just now about protest. We don't see in Salonia where if I nobody know the protest, even if you have situations where even when you team up the old placard, you get soldier or police go open firing. We see what thing be happen during the election at the opposition party office where soldier man. So I think all of this encompasses democracy, a strong democracy. I think it's time the government SSF really grants people them rights. If people are out for protest, it is their right. So that is all that they encompass a strengthening democracy and also the fight against corruption. Like as they say just now, that is my biggest fear. It is time the ACC we Nadende in charge of fighting corruption, let them step up for let them ensure say the corruption fight not limited to a particular group. Let the law work for everybody. Let it not be for a certain sector while the others they go scot-free for actions where then they commit. Like the honorable make mention of the Chinese rice, things that they happen, and also the government. There are parts in the agreement where I don't feel so for don't reach the level the way they know for don't implement them. The issue of having politically motivated cases dropped. We all know, okay, that for instance, the one against the opposition leader, a flag bearer, where we all know say there was a time where the money where they investigate, be then a certain minister of this government, the account. And that minister was never in court as an accused. That is not supposed for me. So I think these are all the cases where, for me, the government for don't just sit down, but not write off this. At least let they're part of waiting we part of the conditions there. These are simple things where government just for don't do. The issue of prisoners where they say now political prisoners. You have until the opposition don't provide their own data for the government say now these people we don't say them they under detention. Release them because you don't go sign up. So I think you don't make commitment. So I don't think so for the drag we foot over them things there. So for me, the government get the bulk of the responsibility. So if this money per adventure you not come, we not say the government to the whole responsible because as the opposition they don't show their own commitment according to the leader. So it is up to the government for themselves do what they signed up to.
Looking at the willingness from the side of government over the period, how, especially after the 2023 election, it clearly shows that then the opposition, or the CI, even civil society organization, them, the media, and implementing all of these things, they're supposed to be major players them inside the implementation of the MCC grants. Looking at the willingness, you think say this government willing?
I think when we shift for small from the willingness, I think this not get to do with the government alone. It has to do with the lives of people. It has to do with the country. So them as government, I think then get a responsibility to the citizens of this country for ensure say we life them better. And if this, like I said in the initial statement just now, this law we forget about ego. All forget about this ego. We all for come together as one, because this get to do with the life of the people. Let them put away their egos. Let them work with the opposition. Like the opposition say they're ready. So it is up to the government. And they can say, if anything happens that we not get this money, will the whole government responsible because now they not play their own part. And these all of the conditions, not the conditions that we're not achievable. They are achievable. It also have people that just need for follow waiting the law say, or people that just need for follow waiting they sign up to. Then we can achieve all of the things in there. So whatever happens, if anything happens to that money, we know government is the one responsible.
All right, viewers, in case you just tune in, this study breakfast show, and this morning we don't talk plenty things them we get for do with the $480 million MCC grant where the government of Salone don't sign with the MCC, and some of we'll talk about the benchmark them, some of the things that where this money depend on. We get for do with the agreement on national peace and unity, get for do the recommendation there from the tripartite report, we get for do with the fight against corruption, strengthening democracy in Sierra Leone, and of course for make the citizens them benefits we now for improve the lives of the citizens them. Many thanks to you who don't join me this morning. We will get Honorable Abdul Kagbo, leader of the opposition, and the managing editor for the Salon Compass newspaper, Ina Ibrahim Alusain Kamara, we instead been joining us for giving your opinion on. I feel say government and the opposition for work together for do some of the things them with this money tied to as benchmark. One for apologize once more for the internet challenge we been get during the program, but to provide them the work very hard for restore a very smooth internet again, so that we are going to enjoy all the programs that will bring Cantona throughout the day. And Princess Pias now produced the program. Musa Sauko, my Dennis Kamara, and then give support to the technical team. We make on watch we live this morning. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a blessed day.
Alright, continue for watching Liberty Online Television. Until we meet again,